What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I have the new Super73 ZX here, and I'm super excited to finally get it delivered. Now, a few problems I had when I first got it is, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a tear in the seats, and then some dead pixels on the LED display here. I haven't ridden the old Super73s, but so far, this thing has plenty of torque, more than I thought. Now, the top speed is only 26 miles per hour on flats that I'm finding, while I know the S2 was higher than that. Oh, no suspension, that's rough. No suspension's a bit rough. So guys, I know Super73s are a lot more popular on the West Coast, or at least in cities like Los Angeles and New York. So I'm finding this thing really freaks people out. It's pretty funny. A lot of people think it's like a mini bike or something like that. Having no suspension is a bit rough. That's why I'm running my tire pressure on the lower end at 20 PSI. I find that I do like the lower pressure, although I probably would get slightly better range with the higher pressure. I do wish this went 30 miles per hour, like the RX and the S2. 26 isn't bad, and I am moving to Salt Lake City, so I think that just cruising around the city, 26 will be fine. But on these open roads here in Connecticut, it does feel a bit slow. I wish I had a few more miles per hour. I kind of like to treat this more like a motorcycle and not pedal, you know? I do hope to add some lights in the future. All the LED lights I've been looking at that are just quick connect for like a brake light are only compatible with the S2 and the RX. Oh, going in for the turn. All right, my one last complaint with the ZX is the front tire is a bit unbalanced. There's a bit of wobble when you're at your max speed. They are fat tires, so they're not necessarily easy to balance or true. So in the future, if it gets any worse, I'll probably just take it to a bike shop to get straightened out. I mean, and for the price, $2,000, you do get a lot. And since I'm gonna be using this to commute to campus, I would be a lot more upset if I got a $3,500 RX stolen than a $2,000 ZX stolen. So that's another reason I went with the ZX, just because it has all this power still. And I'm gonna be riding in the city streets, so I don't really need that full suspension. Although, I do wish I had it, especially for wheelies, that would help. At least learning how to do wheelies. Now, I'm somebody who comes from a motocross background, so I always do wish I had more power, obviously, because it's not as fast as a Chiron or a 250 four-stroke. So I do wish I had more power, and I was trying to decide between the Chiron and this. Now, the reason I went with this over a Chiron is because, first off, I'm gonna be parking this on campus, so I really don't want to get in trouble and have to deal with police. I mean, that thing goes 45 and you have no pedals. Yo, I just love how this bike freaks people out. Alrighty, so yeah, you'll see people freaking out over this thing. Oh, he's taking a double take, you know? Yeah, no, it's really funny because people always take a double look. They're like, well, it looks like a mini bike, but has no engine. All right, so I would say this is about a pretty level surface, and I'm currently doing 25 miles per hour. I'd have to look at the GPS speed to see how accurate this is. So I'm not sure how accurate this gauge actually is, but oh, there we go, 26. But we do have a slight decline in the hill here. Alrighty, let's cross the famous flower bridge. Oh, nobody's around. Beautiful bridge. So I wear a motocross helmet when I ride this thing, and it just freaks people out. People straight up think this thing's a motorcycle, but luckily I have my Class 2 badge on here, so if a cop pulls me over, I can show him, hey, this thing's street legal, man. I also had some squeaking in my front brake, but I fixed that. I just realigned my caliper, went away, so that's good. The charging speed is quite slow. I might get a fast charger. It takes, I don't know, 7 hours? No, probably more like 5 hours to fully charge this thing, but that's a bit long. Now, a fast charger will degrade your battery faster, so I may just stick to, I think it's a 2 amp stock charger. Where shall I go next? So I'm about probably 45% battery left, and I left with about 70%. Pretty sure you could always add an extra battery if you need more range. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get out to San Francisco and Los Angeles and meet up with some people who actually ride e-bikes. It seems a lot more common out there, but I do see quite a few people on them in New York City, which this thing would be great to get around in New York City. I mean, any city, really. All right, I should probably start pedaling so we can save a little bit on battery. Even though on pedal assist 4, you're really not doing too much. I don't know if you're saving much battery. Maybe a little bit. I think level 3 though, you can really save some range. But yeah, so far, so good. Besides, you know, there's a few little problems, but they're all getting resolved, so. Good customer support by Super73. I have read in the past that people have had these problems as well, especially with the shipping company they use. They're not the most gentle to your packages, to say the least. So I'm not gonna blame it all on Super73. I think the shipping company could be better. Well, that's beautiful. Downhill, we're doing 26, 27. Yeah. But yeah, so it seems like 26 miles per hour on flat ground. Not as fast as the RX, but no complaints. I know the Z1 actually, if you cut a wire, you could get it up to like 25 miles per hour. So maybe in the future I'll be able to cut a wire and remove any of the limits on here. Ooh, doggy, what's up, buddy? Oh, that right there, that pothole sucked with no suspension. That was rough. That came out of nowhere. So the lack of suspension isn't always the best, but oh no. Only got 6 miles left on my battery. Gonna have to pedal it back. I don't think I'm gonna make it, guys. Oh no. Oh no. All right, so here's the game plan. Just gonna throw it onto pedal assist 3, because 2 is just not fast enough. Hopefully we can make it home. About to skirt this. Skirt. I've been told these tires are a bit slick. So far, haven't lost too much traction though, which is good. I don't want to eat it yet. Skirt. Now I really hope to learn wheelies on this thing. The only thing is, I know the Z1 didn't seem to have enough power to do wheelies without pedaling. I hope the ZX has enough power to do wheelies without pedaling, because that just makes wheelies so much more cool, you know? But I think if you're good enough, you can wheelie anything, right? So hopefully I can eventually learn how to pop this thing up on one wheel and just do some cool tricks. I have been absolutely abusing this bike since I've got it. I've just been having way too much fun. I mean, every chance I get while this thing isn't charging, I'm riding it. It's so much fun, guys. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, everybody. Peace.